So, with that being said, let's go ahead, let's get into it, and let's have ourselves a few of these ranked battles. You'll see that I've been playing quite a bit lately, and I want to talk a little bit about the new ranked rewards before I get into actually having any battles right now. And I definitely want to know, you guys in the chat, what do you guys think about the new rework? Because I mean, I've been reading a lot in Discord. You got some positive comments, but you get a lot of negative right now from people that say their whole gaming experience is ruined. I want to know what you guys think about that, and I'll tell you what I think about it. And I'll kind of give you some examples here as well from kind of how I've been playing recently. All right. So, sure, I got 3 wins here. I got a pretty good win streak, but I also go on these terrible lose streaks as well. So I mean, this game board is not representative necessarily how things normally play. So you can see here that my wins, I'm at like 153 out of 296. So that's really only 306, right? 306 minus 96. I'm really only 20 games, or it'll only be 10 games. 306? I'm only 10 games with greater wins than losses right now. Or the math of something like that, you know? So I'm running at pretty much almost 50%. And I will be honest with you guys. It is tough to gain like RP, even at 10x, when you're kind of like at the bottom of one of these leaderboards. So like I'm at the bottom of champ right now, and I'm having problems earning champ chests. Like I'm down to, you can see I'm at 22 energy. It takes me like the full 24 or more sometimes for me to even be able to get 8 chests, which is what I aim for right now, is trying to get 8 champion chests. Even though my chests have been absolutely wretched, I mean, I still want these champ chests. Now, given the new rework that's coming out, I don't know if I'm going to switch down to having the just getting diamond champ chests instead of getting champion champ chests. Like, I don't know which one I prefer after the revamp, which is coming on, I guess it'd be April 2nd, I think he said. So after the next maintenance, we're gonna have the new reward shop, which is gonna be awesome. Now, that actually ties into why it's kind of important to be playing modern ranked leaderboard right now. And I would anticipate that there's lots of people who are also just fighting to climb the ranks as high as possible, because they know that not next update, but the update after, I wouldn't be shocked if the rewards tripled, or the SPS that you get per battle like doubled at least, tripled. I wouldn't be surprised, just based on the fact that now the SPS found in chests is going to be evenly distributed amongst modern and wild as well, which isn't the case, right? I did a whole video on this one previously. So right now what's happening is the reward SPS doesn't know whether or not it came from modern or it came from wild. So the reward SPS you get in chests, like these guys over here, let me just hit details, like these guys over here, like this is my typical luck with champ chests, right? That 1.95, that 11 or whatever like that, that 22, like these guys here, these rewards are split right now with wild, even though I pretty much only play modern. And when all of these SPS are going to be removed from these reward chests, then that all goes into battle SPS. And as we know, battle SPS is calculated on the higher that you are within the leaderboard. So I think there's a lot of people right now that are doing themselves kind of a disservice, because they're like, oh man, it's hard. I'm facing max level people on their way up. And I want to just play in gold, and I'm always facing max level cards like diamond people that kind of just stomp me out. Or even worse, I'm in silver and I'm getting stomped by diamond level, like max stack people coming up. But the reason why those max stack people, and this is at least one of the reasons, are coming up, is because of the fact that literally, maybe what is it? It's going to be a little bit of an extended period, they said, so that they can restart on technical update day. But within like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we'll call it 3 weeks. Within like 3 weeks, we're literally looking at having all SPS distributed through Battle Reward. So why would you want to start working your way up the leaderboard once that's happened, when you can already be in the place that you're supposed to be when that happens, and now you get rewarded for already being in your place high up on the leaderboard? So I know that it's frustrating for some people to be getting stomped right now, but I mean, if I was playing, that's a mentality that I would have too. I would be like, you know what? I got basically 2 weeks, 3 weeks max to get as high as I can on this leaderboard, so that when that SPS starts going into ranked battles, I'll be ready to get it. I won't be starting at bronze, working my way up and having to, like, waste a few days or maybe even a full season climbing. I will be where I'm supposed to be, and I will be able to benefit from those SPS rewards that are coming out of the chests, So let's read what you guys are saying here quickly. Deck is approximately... All right, let's go up here. I have to change my reminders. All right. Century, haven't played Modern. So Eternal Paw says, I haven't played Modern since the change. My deck apparently is a 3,000 rated deck. All right, well, that's not bad. That's got to be gold. So Eternal Paw, if you're saying your deck is 3,000, that's probably around gold level in that case, right? Like 3,000 isn't that bad. It's not in champ, but it's in gold, right? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, it's diamond. What am I even talking about? Buddy, diamond has good rewards. I worked my way up from diamond into champ this season because I got kicked out of champ on the season reset. Diamond still gives good rewards. Like if you're able to play at 3,000 level, you're getting good rewards. And not only that, but those rewards, like I said, are going to go up exponentially when Modern gets its share of the SPS in the rewards. Here, let me just show you what I'm talking about here. I think that might be Explore dashboard. All right, okay, yeah, so here's what I'm talking about. All right, let's pull up this one now. You maximize it. Copy image, Brave, inspect. What's inspect do? Oh God, what have I done? All right, there we go. All right, so I'll just use this one in the middle here, all right, near the end. Okay, so like if we take into example, in Modern, there are 17,329 matches, okay? So 17,000, we'll call it 17,000. In Wild, there were 38,000. So that's 20x. That's 20x the matches that are played in Wild. More than 20x, but that's 20x plus the matches that are played between Modern and Wild. But right now, the SPS rewards and chests are split evenly between them. All right, so this is why it's important that I mean, you guys are ready for when this big reward change happens. All right, so this 20 times the rewards are eating all the SPS that should also be distributed to the Modern League because of the fact that there's so many battles that are being played. 20x the battles, you can expect there to be a large extraction or way more lopsided amount of the SPS pool going towards the league that has 20x the transactions. I mean, that just makes sense, right? So I'm telling you, man, if you guys are not ready, that's why I'm saying you could see a 3, you could see a 5x spike in the amount of SPS that are being given out for playing Modern, which I think would be amazing. And at the same time, you're going to see the Wild SPS, while it's going to remain the same for Battle SPS, because that's already been configured, right? So this isn't changing Battle SPS. When they're no longer getting the SPS in chest and all they're getting is the Battle SPS, they're not going to get as big a bump to their Battle SPS as we're going to get. Right? Because they're already getting more than their share overall of SPS in the chest versus Modern, which isn't getting the SPS that it's owed if you want to look at them as being a 50-50 split, right? So, I mean, that's a very interesting dynamic that you guys are going to have to take into consideration if you're not playing Modern right now, is what's going to happen when you enter Modern and the rewards are now looking like this. Like, if there's any reason to buy cards, it's going to be when you're earning like when you're in gold or diamond, when you're in diamond and you're earning like 10, 12, 15 SPS on a win, which I don't think is going to be totally out of the question. Like 10 SPS in diamond, I think is going to be around where it's at, man. I'm not even joking. Like just look at the volume. So in the shared SPS reward pool that everyone is opening in their chest at the end of every day, there's more than 20x the volume in Wild versus Modern. And then soon, they're both going to get shared pool only based on battles. You're going to want to rent the highest level deck you can to get as high as you can to get the most of that SPS because it's coming. And if you're not ready for it, you're totally going to miss out on that very first initial rush as the SPS enters the system. So like be ready, guys, because that is what's happening. All right. So that aside, People's Guild. I want to see Champ move to a ±10 and introduce a +20 win streak. So you want to see the champ level. Oh, I get it. So right now we're getting +20 on everything. You want to see plus 10 on everything once you hit champ, but make the win streaks worth plus 20, so you can't have people like Mondroid here getting so far away from your guy, the Psy, way down here in 89th, who has no chance to catch up. So let's just see how many games. 296, 6, 39, call it 40. Yeah, so there's no way that I'm making up like 2,000 points basically to even have the ability to catch up to Mondroid. But he's like a beast, man. Mondroid's a beast. Look, he's only played 327 games, and look where he's at. Let's look at me, 327, and he's played, and I played 296. So he's played like 30 more than me. And look at that. Look at those wins. 153. Wait a minute. What are my wins? 153. Oh, 210. All right. I was so confused for a minute. All right. I was looking at my own stats. Oh, bro. It's been one of those days. All right. So I was like, that's so weird. Why do they have the same numbers as me? It's because it was me. It's March break right now here in Canada. At least in Ontario. I don't know about the other provinces. So, man, I've been staying home with the kids the past couple days, and they're awesome and everything. Don't get me wrong. But, man, there's so much work. I'm like a dead man walking here right now already. They, like, suck the life right out of me in a lot of ways. But, yeah, that's why I made that mistake. I totally blame the kids. That's it. But, yeah, just getting back to, like, the new modern ranked, like, not talking from the reward side as well, okay? Which I just kind of went into a lengthy speech about why I think that the rewards are about to just get so good that this is why there are players who are renting max level cards, moving up in ranks, trying to get good, because it's gonna be. I'm telling you, man. Come the second, which I think is what Matt quoted. Come the second, when those SPS are in battle and split evenly between Modern and Wild, we're gonna be seeing like I'll be seeing not 8.95, I'll be seeing like 18.95, or maybe if I reach for the stars, like 28.95 or something crazy like that. But I guarantee it's going to be significant in modern and insignificant in wild once it's all divvied up. So, like, man, I'm looking forward to it. And Matt even gave us a little bit of like some insight as well. I know that there's like lots of talk about modern ranked and like just tournaments and things like that, and using bots. We did a little segment with Jimmy using bots and using battle helpers in modern and wild. And I really liked how Matt talked about, and I think I've actually mentioned this before, jokingly, I was like, well, why don't they get like these bot developers to go into like security for them, like cybersecurity basically. And it turns out that Matt is wanting to work with the bot developers who are playing nice and stuff like that. So I mean, like Sylar and the Archmage crew, like who are they? iProto, Almighty Watermelon, those kind of guys, and have them kind of police modern a little bit, which would be cool if they could get them to do it. If it doesn't go against their own best interests enough for them to be like, hey, we're not cutting in and doing that, because it's going to be like us turning ourselves in, right? And we make more when we're not turned in, so we're not going to look for it. But if we could somehow get those guys on board, I think that that'd be phenomenal. I mean, imagine having Sylar working for Splinterlands instead of trying to actively like work against them. Exactly. So Ghostly BG says Sylar is the one not playing nice though, and that's right. But what if we can flip Sylar? Like, you know how there's always those movies. All right, you know when you were young, there were those movies, and it starts off with like the hacker kid or whatever like that, who's like hacked into the missile like mainframe. He's got the codes for the nukes. And it's just some little Poindexter kid, and then later on you find out like the CIA hired him on, and he's like a special agent in their anti-hacking unit now. So it's like turning a frenemy, because I don't want to say they're like legit enemies. I mean, they are, like they said, they're developing this software and then letting you, the user, choose whether or not you want to use it or not, you know? But I mean, if we could get him converted into one of the good guys, like straight up, no, Sylar works for us and he's getting like a small remuneration or something like that. Who knows what he was talking about as far as like what they get out of their deal. Or maybe they get like rewarded on like a bounty hunter basis. Like, we found this guy's using a bot, so we're reporting him. Here's our proof. and then they get banned because of that. And they're like bounty hunters, right? Which would be kind of cool. They're bounty hunting and providing evidence of those accounts that are botting or using BH. So I think that it would be really cool to be able to do that as well, and have like the bot makers doing the bot busting and the BH busting. I'm sure that they would find a way, especially if Splinterland's like restricted API access or something like that. But yeah, man, like modern is hard now. It's always been hard, but now, like I said, it's like it's hard. And you can see that I am getting to like that 50-50, just like what Matt was talking about, right? Like, I don't think your guy the size ever going to be just 50-50. But I mean, at the same time, that's kind of where things are headed, is right like Matt said, 50-50. Even like Mondroid's doing good, but look at this, 500. So obviously the top of the leaderboard is similar. Let's check on the 50s and below, just for fun. 196 to 373, very similar. 414 to 808, isn't that like, that's like super similar, super close to 50%. 181 to 335, this guy's got a better win record. 167 to 310, very close again, like off by 20. 202 to 363, you know, they got better wins and losses, but I mean, 153 to 296, it's not by a lot. 109 to 210, that's 218 total, right? 218 if you double that, so it's just slightly higher than 50%. Like, I would love to see a way that they could take it and they could knock you down a little bit further. Like, if you're in champ, all champ starts at the bottom of champ or something, and you make everyone fight up a little harder from the bottom and struggle a little bit longer, instead of resetting champ 1 into a different point than champ 2 into a different point than champ 3. You know, because right now you're in champ, say you make it to champ 1, you get reset to 3,800. In champ 2, you get reset to 35, and in champ 3, you get reset to 32 or whatever. I would like to see everyone then get reset to like 35 or 32. If that's the bottom, or if that's the bottom of champ, or 37. Because that's the bottom of champ. That's what it takes to get in. I'd love to see everyone in champ get reset to 3,700, then have to fight it off from there. Because then that way you're not going to be able to just be like, oh, I only played 149 matches and I still ended up 7th. No, if you start at the bottom, and it's going to take more than 149 matches for you to even like get up there to have the amount of points that some of these other guys have. Like Cavantes must have been buying lots of matches. That was 618. Right? So that's working as well. Yep. Pretty cool. So, I mean, I'm overall positive about it, even though obviously it's affected my win rate. And it also makes me wonder, are there some people who are just not like, oh, I can win 65% of my matches before, and now I can't win 65% of my matches anymore. And I mean, that makes me feel bad from the perspective of I'm winning less for right now before I find my place, and then we all win 50%, you know? But I can already see it shaking out that way, guys. I can already see it shaking out that way. So let me know what you guys think of the new modern ranked system. I would love to know your opinions here. Not sure about the free frags, if those are scholars or not. Yeah, I agree. The free frags, I mean, they seem a little sus, you know, but anyone who like beats me is sus. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but there are quite a few of those free frag accounts, eh? And they always seem to do really well. Not that that's like, should be like, oh, you're doing good, therefore you're a bot, but those free frag accounts are good, man. But at the same time, I like playing them because I think I've got a pretty good... Any of those guys to beat frags? No, they always come out at the same time. That's something else I've noticed about free frags, because they always come out at the same time. Did I take a picture of that, actually? Let's see. Might have. No picture. But yeah, I do notice that free frags all come out at the same time. Maybe they're hoping for some win trades, maybe not, but I see them. All right. Yeah, so Ghostly, you too. You played against 3 different free frags in a row. Same with me. So like I said, they come out all at the same time. And that's why if there's any that are slightly sus to me, it would probably be those free frags. Because it sounds to me like when they're all coming out at the same time, either it's like Splinterland's Club, we all meet up for a beer at exactly this time and we log on together for friendship hour of the free frags, you know? It's either that's happening, Or, I mean, they're just like, oh, let's try and win trade with each other and all log in and press play at exactly the same time. So we all queue at exactly the same time. And we hope that there's low traffic so we can get paired against each other, you know? But definitely what you're saying with being paired against 3 free frags in a row, I've had that exact experience specifically with free frags. No accusations, just saying, hey, it's a little, you're always out at the same time. All right, cool, guys. So let me know what you guys think about the new ranked leaderboard and about also the reward changes. We talked about that for quite a bit as well. And do you approve? Do you disapprove? Did these changes ruin Splinterlands? Are you loving these changes? Has it made you want to go out and buy more assets so you could rise higher on the leaderboard? Did you not even take into consideration the fact that soon all of the SPS from chests will be yours for your victories in Splinterlands? Like every time you get a win, that SPS is just boom, gonna move up. Especially in modern when you're not getting drained anymore like you were previously by the wild amount of plays. That's 20x. Let me know what you think. Until then, it's either side. Peace, my friends. See you soon.